Samir Mona is absolutely toying with Chauvin. Anything short and wide outside the off stump is going all guns blazing. Goes again. Hits straight. Down the ground. It's all the way for 6. 19 runs from this Chauvin over. Certainly the most expensive one of this game this far. After 6, it's 47 for 2. Wow. Just look at that strike. A bit of shuffle outside the off stump. And it came from the meatiest part of the blade. A forgettable over from Chauvin, that must be said. He went really expensive. And the power plays are done. The skipper of Phantom, Hridoy, was eyeing to score something around 60 from the first 6 overs. And 47 is not that bad, that must be said, courtesy of Samir Mona's fire powers, especially in the last over, when he really toyed with Mainul Chauvin. So change in bowling. Spinner comes in, just getting his fielders right. Since the power plays are done, of course, now more fielders will be allowed to protect the boundaries, and that's what the skipper has been kept busy in doing. Well bowled, wow. That was a lovely delivery. Flighted, and there was a lot of zip from the surface as well. If you look from where the keeper carried the ball, that'll tell you that how much bounce it extracted from the pitch. And for this reason now a slip has been kept. Shaun is the slip fielder. The bowler would love to bowl that again. That flighty, loopy and bouncy delivery to beat the batter. Taking a bit of time is the bowler. Yet again some changes in the field placement. It's hot, it's humid, and the sun is baking down here at Cricketers Academy Ground 2, so it's a very tough outing for all the players. Wow, once again, turn and bounce. The batter beaten. Roman is the batter, who is struggling, of course, against the turn. Now shuffles across and gets bowled. What a delivery! Around the legs. Stumps rattled, and the third one down for Phantom Cricketers. Apurbo, what a spell he's having. The first 2 deliveries were outside the off stump, and now he bowled on the channel. The batter shuffled, but that went through the legs and disturbed the timbers. The struggle comes to a close for Roman. He's on his way back to the pavilion. It's 47 for 3. Hasanuzzahman Ripon is the new man in at number 5. A vastly experienced campaigner, has the experience of playing Dhaka Premier Division Cricket League as well before coming into this amateur scene. And this is the perfect time for a batter like him to observe the pressure. Wow, what the ball is doing! This is prodigious turn from Apurbo. The batter Ripon didn't even try to put the bat on the ball, just lets it go. Yet again, edged. Ooh, fortunate, very, very fortunate that it went in the gap. Otherwise, it would have been curtains for Ripon. Leading edge, a thickish leading edge from Ripon's pillow. Fortunately, no fielder was stationed inside the ring at that very position. Now, a fielder has been fetched. Apur was trying to be more and more aggressive. What an over! A wicket maiden. Dream over for any bowler in T20 cricket. The score remains same. It's 47 for 3. So it's Akash with his first over. Ball stump to stump. The success of his partner Apurbo must encourage him. Has got a very interesting action. Run up, that must be said, rather. Moves a lot. Sort of a dance kind of a move before he starts walking in. Let's have a look. Yeah, the dancing begins. The dancing goes on, and there you go. Interesting. Kept low, worked away, just for a single. So it's Samir Mona from the get-go. He's in the middle. Has played some lovely strokes as well against Shovon. So he's the one who needs to carry this innings. On the other hand, Hasanuzzahman Ripon is someone who can really absorb a lot of pressure under these circumstances. So they have to form a solid foundation. From this position for Phantom cricketers. They're of course undergoing a struggling phase now. Takes a lot of time, does Akash, before delivering each ball. An armor coming back in with the arm. And the 50 has come up in the meantime for Phantom cricketers. It's 50 for 3 on the 8th over. Of course, in terms of runs, it's not that bad. But they've lost the top order. That's what they must be concerned about. Ripon tries to go big, doesn't find a solid connection. But this has been a very good over from Akash this far. Only a couple of runs has kept things really tight for the batters. A bit of chatter between Ripon and Samir Mona. Some recommendations from Mona as he is here from the word go. Despite having a wealth of experience, the struggle is very much visible in Ripon's batting. Goes to the back foot, but straight to the fielder. So 3 dots on the trot for Akash. Ripon is really struggling against Akash's left-arm orthodox spin. Appeal. The bowler was interested, but no one else was. But this has turned into a very good over. Only a couple of runs after 8. It's 50 for 3. Once again, Apurbo comes back with his flight and turn. He's really making the lives of the batters difficult. Even the most that batter, Samir Mona, is struggling against his turn and bounce. And he's very much persistent in that particular line as well. Once again on the stumps. And a hint of turn, not much. The first delivery turned a lot. There was bounce as well. In this case, a slight turn. So it's very much confusing, even for Samir Mona, whether to play for the turn or not. He's mixing things up, trying to keep all sorts of variation in his bowling as well. Bowls the armour very nicely too. He's a complete package, Apurbo. Wow, what was that? What was that? It rose up to the chest height. This is incredible. I've never seen any spinner to extract this much of a bounce from any wicket which is flat. This is not even a black wicket. This is unbelievable. Wow. Nothing to say. Mona had no answer against that. 5 dots on the trot. Can he bowl another maiden? In fact, the first over wasn't a maiden. There was a single was taken, but this can turn out to be a maiden over. It is a maiden over. An absolutely outstanding over comes to an end from Apurbo. After 9, it's 50 for 3. Akash is back. The spell continues. From the double A's, outside edge from Hasanuzzaman Ripon. Overthrow, and they'll steal one more run. The stump's broken. Appeal as bell, but no response from. So a couple of runs from the first delivery of this Akash over. He's bowled a very good first over, only a couple of runs from his first, and he gave a tough time to Hasanuzzaman Ripon, who is back on strike. He was beaten in the first delivery as well. The run came from an outside edge. This time he gets the middle of the plate, bit of misfield, but a single will be on offer for Hasanuzzaman Ripon. Samir Mona was dealing Akash better compared to Ripon in the last over, so it's positive for the Phantom Cricketers fans that Mona is back on strike, but he's taken a lot of deliveries, 30 from 27, which is never a T20-like innings. He needs to cut loose, at least from this point in time, because 53 for 3 on the 10th over is never an ideal score in a T20 game. Slightly loopy. Single taken. So the boundaries have dried up against the spinners. The Phantom batters haven't been able to be aggressive. Especially Apurvo has bowled tremendously, and now Akash is also following that footstep of Apurvo. The current rate is 5.68. Edged. Short third is in position, so only a single gets picked. 5 runs from the first 4 of this Akash over. And again, he is very much successful in terms of preventing boundaries. Will Samir Mona love to wind up against Akash, or he'll be circumspect? He does. He winds up, but doesn't get the distance. The dimensions are bigger, of course, but it wasn't from the meatiest part, and the timing wasn't the best as well. Tries to go big, does go for a big shot, but not a big result. Only a single. Just blocks the shot. That's the end of Akash over. 6 runs from it. After 10, it's 56 for 3 Phantom Cricketers. And it's time for a change of voice in the combox. For the next 5 overs, you will have the exciting voice of Ahmed bin Parvez.
Over number 11, and it's Apurvo once again with his 3rd over. For once we thought the pacers would have had an impact in this game, but once the spinners came on, it was clear and evident that spin has a bigger role to play here. Ball is turning, keeping the batters concerned. Mona, we saw him scamper to 29, and from there, just to pick up the next 3 runs, just look at the number of balls that he had to play. His first 29 runs came from 20 deliveries, and his next 3 came from 11. That gives us an idea of where the match stands at the moment and how respectful the batters are towards the kind of quality spin that Apurva has been dishing out. Couple of runs to the batters, good running between the wickets. At least some runs from Apurva. Conceded just a single from his first, a maiden in his second, almost unplayable in this wicket. And the jersey number that he's wearing on the back, reminiscent of Mohammad Rafiq. He himself is a left-arm spinner. Has a slip, and rightly so. Bando Designs going with an attacking mindset, not allowing the batters any space to try and relax. And from here on, probably Bando Designs will try to restrict them within 120. That would be a very, very decent job being done by the bowling side. Again, there is prodigious turn. Ripon struggling. Tried to play that off the back foot, not an easy task. The batters become circumspect in such situations. It's not easy to handle spin. Was a tad bit short and quick enough. Latched onto it, Ripon. Such a sigh of relief for the batters. They were struggling. These runs are gold. A boundary to finish off the over. 7 runs coming of it. Decent one for Phantom cricketers as they try and mount a comeback. Just look at that. Decisive footwork. Beats the fielder as well in the deep. Raced away. Probably the only bad delivery that Apurva has bowled in his entire spell. 63 for 3 after 11. In comes the dancing shoes of Akash into his 3rd over. Keeps the batter waiting, and that might irritate the batter quite a bit. It's very unusual for a spinner to take so much time to get into his run-up stride. Mona on 34 would be key for the Phantoms from here on. He is the one that has seen it all. He's done the hard work, but his job is not done yet. Flighted, struck straight. It's high in the air, and the fielder, Noor Alam, makes a mess of the catch. That was an opportunity nonetheless to pick up the main batter from Phantom cricketers. It was mistimed. It was very high in the air. Probably the height causing problems for the fielder Noor Alam as he tried to adjust himself, tried to get underneath the ball. Unfortunately, went through his hands. And an opportunity to pick up another wicket falters for Bando Designs. Monarch gets on to the non-striking end. Sigh of relief for him. Gave a chance, not taken. How would that cost Bando Design down the line is the question. Using the crease well, Akash. Went for that wild sort of slog. Only get a single. So they're trying to minimize the number of dot balls here. It's a good ploy from this partnership. They need to build. They need to keep on scoring those runs as well. Mona has kept himself at a distance. 37 of 32. Clearly the best of the batters on show so far in this game. And since he's been patient, he actually is the one has to stay at one end. The others probably would want to bat around him. Akash took a lot of time to bowl his deliveries, and now it's the turn for the batters to make him wait. It's as much a physical game as a battle of the minds as well, cricket. Just the one extras in this innings. Excellent stuff from Bando Design. Very disciplined. Oh, and as I speak of discipline, that one was sliding down the leg side. Mona very surprised that the umpire has not given it a wide. I'd probably say the bowler is a bit lucky. Was an arm delivery. Pitched on leg stump and was moving out down the leg. And on this occasion, probably the batter was right to ask the umpire the question. Yes, there is some leeway for the bowlers nowadays down the leg side for the wides, but that looked like it was going way down. Akash again. Dancing shoes on. It's colorful character. Just look at the color of his boots as well. Took a run, will go for the second easily. Probably thought it would go all the way, Mona. It's a bit hesitant for his second. They get the 2 runs. Off to 66 for 3. Still not 6 and over. Will that be something playing on the minds of the batters? They had to recalculate where they want to be, especially after losing some early wickets, and then once the spinners came on, they found it very difficult. Well bowled, outside edge, a genuine nick. Sleep fielder could have been handy. Batter scamper for a single. Mona moves on to 40. Very important runs for his side. Probably the one that can make a difference in the end of the day. Doesn't look like the batters would enjoy batting in this wicket, especially if there are quality spinners in the opposition side. Flights it nicely, keeps it nice and tight. End of the over. 5 runs from it, 67 for 3 after 12. This is the Bimatech Royal Champions Trophy Season 5, powered by Jersey Smith, co-sponsors Euro Bangla Foundation. We're here at the Cricketers Academy, ground number 2. Nisho Ahmed Chaudhary and his team working very hard to make this tournament a success. After 4 successful completions, this is season number 5. Much as anticipated, much awaited amateur cricket tournament. You're watching it live through the camera crew and production team of Cloud Life Bangladesh. Ripon and Mona forging a partnership for Phantom Cricketers. partnership of 20 of 33. Yes, in terms of strike rate, not the best, but it was very important for them to stick around, play out the few tough overs. Bando Design bringing back one of their quicks. Was very expensive in his first. Conceded quite a few runs. Bowled the final over of the power plays, but he has been brought back with a task in hand. Over number 13. As we move towards the death overs now. So wickets in hand would be handy for Phantom cricketers. They still have 7 wickets in hand. They've got a set batter in the form of Mona, who is on strike. Effort ball, nicely placed. Goes past the fielder at short third and will find the boundary. What a classy shot from Mona. He's got the power and he's got the finesse as well. The presence of mind to guide that through that deep third region. Was fantastic placement. Was all about placement there from Mona. Is reaping rewards for being the set batter out there. Read the bounce very well. Did not put a lot of effort on that shot. Just kept his concentration on finding that gap. So Mainul, he was expensive in his first, conceded 20 runs and he's back. And concedes a boundary from his first delivery. So he's not having a good day with the ball. Shuffles across. Too much improvisation from the batter probably. Just give him a single there, Mona. Looked a bit agricultural in his approach. Went across the line. Could have been very risky had he missed that. He's asking for a new bat as well. Mainul struggling. The heat taking a toll. Looks like a bowler who wants to hit the deck hard. Doesn't look to move the ball or swing the ball whatsoever. But for that you really need to be accurate. It's got a good build. Oh, that's a half volley and smashed straight down the ground. One bounce onto the fences for 4, and this time it's Ripon. It's taking a liking to the quick bowler here. Walks into that shot. And it was a genuine half volley there. Mainul really struggling with his lines and lengths. Needs to have a chat with the captain. Very, very risky decision to bring Mainul back into the attack, especially after what he did in his first over. That was the final over of the power plays. He conceded 20 runs. Probably thought he won't be coming back to bowl again in this game. He's been given that responsibility. Conceded 9 of 3 already in this over. Ripon would fancy him. Again shuffles across, plays it high, up and over. The fielder is there. Nicely takes it. Nice roll and a throwback. So this is good cricket all around. Adjustment from Mainul, bowling it wide off the off stump. A good hit from the batter. And some good fielding. So exciting stuff here. The Cricketers Academy, ground number 2. 78 for 3, Phantom Cricketers. Initially lost quite a few wickets early on, but this partnership is looking to turn things around. Ripon has moved into a runner ball 17. Initially was struggling. He's trying to make up for some lost time. Again slashes it hard. Does he find the gap this time? No. Goes straight to the same fielder. Will only pick up a single. One more delivery to go. Mainul would not want to look at his bowling card. 32 runs conceded of 1.5 overs. Almost half the runs that Phantom cricketers have scored, they've scored it from him, from just the 11 deliveries that he's bowled. So one bad over can actually spoil the entire effort of Team Bando design. Oh, went for that big hoik once again. Timing not there. Mona will pick up a single gleefully. Another expensive over from Mainul. Phantom cricketers, they move on to 80 for 3 after 13. The keeper with his helmet on means there will be spin from this end, and Akash, he is back. Bando design probably should have stuck to spin. Not sure if they've got more options out there. The two bowlers, the two quicks, Nuri Alam and Shajol, they bowled well initially, and they've got a few overs left as well. If you consider them bowling the last 3 overs, Bando design still need to complete 4 more overs before they can call back the 2 main quicks. Akash into his final over of his spell. Hasn't picked up a wicket but has entertained all of us nonetheless with his unique bowling action. Again, right foot back, left foot front, and there goes the dance moves from Akash as he prepares. He's still talking, not to himself probably, talking to the keeper as well, making the batter wait. Well bowled. Mona had no movement whatsoever, just waited for it to come. Just picks up a single. Still playing it safe, and he can see a milestone coming up for himself. 47 of 39 now. And a reminder to our viewers once again, just the 1 extras in this innings. What a fantastic effort from the bowling side. Current run rate just above 6, probably for the first time in this entire innings. And all thanks to the exploits of Ripon and Mona against Mainul especially. Goes on to the back foot. Ripon has been trying to be the aggressor in this partnership, suddenly picking up pace in his innings. Akash has done well so far to keep the batters to just those singles. Bando design won't mind these singles, to be honest. At the toss they mentioned they want to restrict the opponent by 130, and they still look on course to do that. Safely played on to the offside there, Mona. Batters will jog for another single. Has been a quiet over. Ripon would fancy himself to try and get a boundary at least. This partnership has got some momentum. Again, in the middle of his stride, he's trying to make changes in the field. Quite a colorful character, Akash. Always trying to stay involved in the game, asking his fielders to stand, covering those angles. That's flighted onto the front pad, and the umpire raises his finger. Ripon is standing still, bemused by the decision, but he has still some words to say before he walks back. Ripon not happy. Went for that sweep, and the umpire raised his finger after a vociferous appeal from the bowler and the wicketkeeper as well. It's going to be an interesting read from the replay as Ripon walks back, dejected, disappointed, out for 19. Phantom cricketers losing their fourth, and Akash picking up his first wicket in his final over. Hit his front pad and then touched his shoulder. The wicketkeeper, I'm not sure, was he claiming a catch or not? If there was a deflection off the gloves, could have been a caught behind, and if it hit the pads first, as we've seen through the replay, the umpire probably decided on a leg before decision. I'm not sure. Monover is the new batter who comes in. He's got MNR on the back of his jersey. 83 for 4. Akash finally picks up a wicket. Had a very good day with the ball in hand. Was economical. Finally gets an important breakthrough just when the partnership was looking dangerous. Just when Ripon started to unwind. Mona talking to the bowler. I'm not sure. Probably some friendly banter. 2 more deliveries left, and that's the signal from the umpire as well. Straight away, a slip fielder comes in. Shumon. Challenge for Monowar. Is he going to go for a big shot right away, or is he going to see off this over from Akash? Safely plays off the back foot. 1 more delivery to go. Umpire signal. No signal of leg by, so the first runs off the bat for Monowar. He goes off the mark. After 14, it's 84 for 4. Captain's seen enough from Monowar, and as expected, after another expensive over, he's been relieved of his duties. And Johnny is the new man in with the first delivery, and he picks up a wicket from his first delivery. My Pacers were extracting, the ball was coming nicely onto the bat. It looked like a wicket where 150, 160 could be a decent score, but later on the spinners came, turned on the heat as well. We've seen some prodigious turn. Even in the previous delivery there, Johnny actually picked up his wicket due to some extra bounce that he generated. So the wicket has some bounce, and it's not uneven. It is even bounce. It's just that for the spinners, the ball has been gripping and turning as well. That has been the main obstacle for the batters. It's very natural that the new man will like to take a few deliveries before he goes for those shots. Just having a look at that wicket once again, it was a very, very slow and loopy delivery, and that extra bounce I was talking about, that's what undid the batter. Some good fielding effort back live. Stopped a couple of runs for his side. Excellent fielding in the deep. Cricket is a pretty funny game for someone who's not associated to it. They keep on thinking, what do the fielders have to do? Like almost a direct hit. Fielders keep on standing on their positions, expecting every ball to come towards them, and they'll probably get a touch on the ball maybe once in 5 or 6 deliveries, or sometimes even more. So it's a game of patience. It's not an easy game as you think. Test your concentration to a different level. So slow from Johnny, and slow is doing the trick at the moment. Even the most stable batter in the form of Mona is struggling to time it. Flights it again. No pace whatsoever. Speak about bowlers like Nahid Rana who are express, and then some super slow bowling from Johnny also does the trick. End of 15, 88 for 5. Death overs remain, and to carry you through that phase is Alif Tasnim, who's coming back.
Thank you so much, Purvis. The death overs are on, and now Opur is back with his 4th and the final over. He's really breathed fire. And even in this over, 16th over, he's getting that prodigious turn. Lot of bounce as well from the track. He has been superlative throughout this spell. Once again, flight and turn. The batter was looking to throw a kitchen sink at that one, but was beaten by the turn once again. A single taken in this third delivery. Backs away, punches through the covers. Another single gets picked. Comes down the pitch and gets stumped. Does Samir Mona completed his 50 and he is on his way back. Apurvo gets his first wicket. In fact, it's his second wicket, I beg your pardon, and has been rewarded for his super bowling performance. And he gets the most successful batter of Phantom Cricketers innings. It's 90 for 6. Right, so now two new batters. Robin has faced only four balls, and now Rajon joins him, and the ball keeps on turning. And that's the end of a fantastic spell from Apurbo. 4 overs, 9 runs, and 2 wickets. But these stats don't really show that how well he bowled throughout the match. Really ripped the heart out of the Phantom batters. After 16, it's 90 for 6. So the spinners are still in operation. Even in the death overs, Ariel, one bounce to the fielder, fortunate, of course, for Robin. 91 for 6 now, Phantom cricketers, and they're certainly struggling to score a substantial total in this batting friendly track. Yes, the ball has assisted the spinners sometimes, but apart from Apurbo, I don't think other spinners were outstanding. They were playable, they were negotiable, so a better performance could be expected, but this was certainly a better delivery from Johnny. An armour which kept low and went on to hit the timbers. Rajan Bhuya gets a golden duck. His very short stay on the crease comes to an end. It's 91 for 7. So the skipper walks into the middle. Samuel Islam Ridoy is at number 9. Straight to the fielder. No chance of a run from this delivery. So what Phantom cricketers should be eyeing in from this point in time is they need to play full 20 overs. Still 3.3 overs to go, and they have to play out whole 20 overs. That should be their goal for now. Samuel gets off the mark. But yet again, Johnny is about to finish his over with a very good stat. Only a couple of runs from the first 4. Bowls it wide. Outside edge should be taken. Oh my goodness, could be a spectacular catch. But eventually it gets dropped. Nonetheless, a very appreciable effort from the fielder. It was pushed wide. The batter chased it. Was an edge. Oops, oops. Yes, there was a possibility of coalition between the fielders, so that has distracted. Could be a run out. The throw was very quick, too quick for the keeper to grab and break the stumps. In the meantime, a single gets picked. So that's the completion of the 17th over. After 17, it's 94 for 7. So it's Shonak is back for his third over, which is also the 18th over of this game. So there might be a possibility that he will be assigned to bowl the last over of the game, just stationing the fielders at the right zones. 1-1-1 is what is projected for Phantom cricketers if they keep going with this rate. Play and a miss. Samuel was looking to go for a big hike. The keeper is appealing. Some fielders were also enthusiastic about that appeal, but the umpire said no. There was no nick. We are coming to you live from Cricketers Academy Ground 2. It's Paymatek Royal Champions Trophy Season 5. Powered by Jersey Smith. Co-sponsored by Eurobangla Foundation. Broadcasting partner Cloud Live PD. A big thanks goes to Nishami Chaudhary and his team for working their heart out for making this tournament a big success. Inside edge. Straight to the fielder, so it won't be more than a single. Phantom cricketers are really struggling to breathe in this point in time. The batters are not really finding that rhythm which should have been found within these death overs. 95 for 7 is what they have managed. Yet again, a mistimed shot will just be a single. Four shy of the Team 100 Phantom cricketers. The skipper Samuel was having a little chat with me during the toss, and he said we will be eyeing to score something around 170. Unfortunately, that won't really take place unless any miracle happens. Edgy was in the air straight up, but landed safely. Couple of runs taken in the meantime, as the ball had a lot of air time, so the batters could run for the second. Kept a little low, but two bite. Hence, the umpire needs to extend his arms. The Bando bowlers were really disciplined, hardly gave any extra runs this far, but a wide after a long time. Shonak has bowled well in this over. Comes down the pitch to Samuel. He's nailed that. It's out of the ground. Wow. It's a cracking stroke. And it's gone the distance to complete the 19th over. In fact, 18th, I beg your pardon. And the 100 comes up as well for Phantom cricketers. It's 105 for 7. Johnny is back with his third. Comes down the pitch, does Robin. Straight to the fielder, just for a single. We're coming to you live from Cricketers Academy Ground 2. It's Bima Tech Royal Champions Trophy Season 5, powered by Jersey Smith. And this is the fifth game of this edition as well, between Phantom Cricketers and Bando Designs. Flighted, that swung hard, but straight down the throat of Mainul Chauvon at long on. Samuel struck a six in the last over, was trying to follow the same path, but on this process, he found the fielder at long on, and that's the end of a little cameo from the skipper of Phantom. Phantom cricketers lose their 8. It's 106 for 8. So the new man walks in. It's Rimon at number 10. Johnny has bowled extremely well. 3 wickets for 9 runs. And this could be a run out opportunity. No. The throw wasn't the best one from the keeper. Johnny was slightly disappointed but has a big smile on his face because he knows that the single won't really bother much. Phantom cricketers are not in the way of scoring something substantial in this track. A loose shot. Shouts of catch it. Catch taken. 4th wicket for Johnny. He'll be over the moon. A loud shout from the dugout as well to appreciate. And his smile continues. Robin scored run above. 8 from 8. And now taking the walk back to the pavilion. So Phantom cricketers are falling apart. It's 107 for 9. So it's Johnny to Ronnie. For Hudson, Ronnie is the last man in. And what an over. 2 runs, 2 wickets. Johnny has bowled a stunner. The penultimate over comes to a close. After 19, it's 107 for 9. Well, something going on. Bit of conversation between the batter and the umpire. The bowler and the fielders, in fact, became a part of it. The conversation is still going on. And Farhad Ronnie doesn't look to be the happiest man in the middle, expressing his frustration. On the official, perhaps, well, this is not good. There might be an issue with the helmet. Can't really assure. That's what we can guess as we don't know what's happening in the middle. So the last over is about to begin. 107 for 9 is what Phantom cricketers have collected this far. They would love to score as many runs as possible from the last over to take the total to be a respectable one. Shajul starts off with a bumpy delivery. Rimon flashing outside the off stump, but finds no bat behind the ball. Only couple of extras thus far from the Bando design bowlers. This demonstrates how disciplined they have been throughout this innings. Short. Looks to pull it, but misses. A little conversation between the batters as well. Ronnie perhaps suggesting Ramon to take a single as he's more capable in terms of batting. Looks to scoop it. The keeper is enthusiastic. Was appealing loudly, but no, says the umpire. I'm not quite sure what was the need of scooping. Rather, Ramon could easily push the ball in the gap and could go for a single. They shuffled across, got inside the line of the delivery, and then tried to play the scoop shot. Finally, he gets some connection and takes a couple of runs. No, 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 he can't take the second run. In pursuit of the second run, he lost his wicket and has been run out. It went to the fielder very quickly. As a result, that opportunity for the second run wasn't there. And that's the end of the Phantom Cricketers innings. Not the best of outings with the bat in hand for the team. 108 is what they have collected in the first innings. There was nerves, there was shakiness from the word go, and they kept on losing wickets in regular intervals. Phantom Cricketers, and has managed 109, 108 to be exact. So 109 will be the target for Bando design. So that's it from the first innings. We will be right back with the hunt of runs in the second innings. Till then, stay tuned.
Welcome back. We're back for the run chase. Bando Design Limited do not have a big score to chase down, but it could be tricky under the circumstances. And the first over is rightfully being taken by a spinner. Goes for the big shot right away, missing the line completely. Johnny, what a time he had with the ball in hand. Probably would want to bring that confidence into his batting innings as well. He's taken on the first delivery of the innings. Much better from the bowler. He's bowling in the right areas and right away creating a different sort of an angle for the left-handed batter. Usually see slow left-arm orthodox spinner coming in from over the wicket, but here he comes from around. It's the top edge. A challenge for the two fielders that were converging. Picked up the second run. Was out of range for the fielder. Wasn't a convincing shot from Johnny, but he gets off the mark. Bando Design, they get off the mark as well. 109 is the target. Taking his time here. Johnny. Another dot. Sabir has started well. Probably habituated to bowling in within the power plays. Making some changes in the field. Bringing the long on into the circle and pushing mid off towards the boundary. Probably planning to bowl outside off. Keeps it within the stumps. Johnny goes for the big shot one more time. A short third. Fielder is there. Finally does some good footwork to keep the ball within the boundary lines. And the batters go for a single. Probably could have been a couple. A bit of frustration there from the dugout of Bando Design. There was 2 on offer. Probably the first run should have been taken quick enough. But it's easier said than done while we sit here under the fan, within the shades. It is hot. It's not easy for the batters to make those quick strides. It's a test of fitness for all these players on the ground and the umpires as well. Slow, not much turn on offer. End of over number 1, just 3 from it. Bando Design 3 for no loss. The target is 109. Alamin coming in for the second over. In comes Alamin with his first straight away down the leg side. He was looking to go big even in the previous over against the spinner. Finally finds his first boundary, moves on to 7. All they need to do is play sensibly. Keeping wickets in hand would be vital, since they know it's not a big run chase, just 109. If they can get some momentum, could finish this game off quick enough. That could be one of the other motivations that Bando Design would have, especially after losing their first game. Oh, what a strike! This is much better from Johnny. The previous one was not timed as well, and this time he goes straight. Punishes the full delivery. Gets his first 6 as well, so it's raining 4s and 6s here from the bat of Johnny. After his magnificent spell with the ball, picking up so many wickets, comes up with a couple of big shots. Early setback for Phantom cricketers, not finding it as easy as it was in their previous match. They were flying high, won their first game. The quality of cricket in the previous match was definitely enough for them to get the win. But in this game, they're finding it hard. Starting from losing the toss, batting first, did not have the best of outings with the bat. It was Mona who stood firm. The others failed to contribute substantially. He's got a lot of power about him. And he's got his confidence level sky high at the moment. Tried to go for a slower delivery there, the bowler, but it was a half volley length once again and punished aptly by the batter. Struggle continues for Alamin, a very, very expensive first over. The wicket looks like a spin track now, I have to say it. So as soon as possible, Phantom cricketers will need to deploy all their spinners and try to get back into this game. This is quickly getting out of hand. That kept low. Some shades of variable bounce on offer. A dot. Some relief for the bowler. The partnership 19 of 11. And interestingly, Johnny scored all those 19 runs. Shagor just faced one delivery, yet to get off the mark, enjoying the sight from the non-striker's end. Outside edge, past the keeper. The deep third fielder was fine enough to cut that off. A single to end the over. Johnny keeps strike. After 2, it's 20 for no loss. That's hoiked. And this is the reason why Johnny wants the strike to himself. Alamin came in, got punished, and now it's Sabbir's turn to face the wrath of a man called Johnny, who's been swinging for the fences since ball number 1. 26 of 12. This is destructive batting. Another ball needed. The umpire all smiles, probably asking the spinner, could you bowl a bit better? Probably. We're losing balls pretty quickly. And the mood that Johnny is in no mood to defend. He's going for everything on sight. This is his third six. 3 sixes, 1 4, a double and a couple of singles to his name. All the runs that Bando Design has scored came off his bat. Much better. Probably should have stuck to his over the wicket line. It's changing angles for Johnny. Goes with the turn. Good decision from the batter, but this time on the ground and into the fielder in the deep. 27 for no loss. It's been a flying start for Bando Design. Look to finish this game quickly. They are in a hurry to pick up their first points in the Bimatech Royal Champions Trophy Season 5, powered by Jersey Smith. Fielder placed in first slip, probably taking the template out of the Bando Design field setup as well. Slightly some turn on offer. Could also probably be a way to get Shagor in of a bit of a pressure situation here. He's been seeing Johnny strike those balls all over the park, and this is just the second ball that he faced. All he needs to do is just stick around, allow the partnership to flourish. Decisive footwork from the batter, firmly onto the back foot, nicely finds the gap as well. His first runs, Shagor is off the mark as well. 28 for no loss. 109 is the target. Well bowled. Tad bit slower, and Johnny went for it. He's eyeing the right areas. Sometimes it's a hit and miss if you're going for everything. End of the third over, 8 coming from it. It's 28 for no loss after 3. searching for the umpire's signal. As the camera crew was searching for the ball, it raced away like a tracer bullet. This time it's Shagor who's also joining the party. 32 for no loss. There's no way out here for the Phantom cricketers at the moment. Totally no momentum in their bowling innings. A mystery spinner's action, hiding his grip from the batter. So far, nothing seems to have been working for the Phantom side. The group would really look interesting if Bando Design managed to get this win. It's going to be hard to decide on which two teams will be moving towards the next phase. Roman, probably inspired by Sunil Narayan, particular action being copied by quite a few international cricketers as well. We've got a few in Bangladesh. One of them is Ali Al Islam. Sikandar Raza does it very often nowadays as well for Zimbabwe. Went for the big shot and the catch is taken. Just when nothing could have gone wrong for Bando Design Limited. It was a risky shot from Johnny. He's been taking those risks very often. This time it doesn't pay off. That wasn't the delivery to go for that kind of a shot. Misjudged the length totally. Played away from the body. It was an easy catch for the bowler. Takes the responsibility of picking up the catch by himself. His first over yields a wicket. Roman strikes. Some mystery spin doing the magic for Phantom cricketers. Bando Design lose their first. 33 for 1. Current run rate is very impressive, 9.43. So have a look at that wicket one more time. Away from the body, away from the turn, trying to drag it towards the leg side. Johnny lost his shape totally. It was a good athletic catch from Roman. Rana is the next ban in. 33 for 1 after 3.3 overs. Lots of threes in the scorecard. But what's going to happen is if Bando Design, they win this game, they can get up the ladder in the points table. The win is so important for both sides. At the moment, Bando Design look like the more likely team to win this game, especially after that superlative bowling effort. Bowling out the opponent for just 108. The toss, probably a very important factor in this game as well. Winning the toss and electing to field first. The Quicks did very well for the side batting at the moment. Excellent fielding effort. Plays it straight, but straight to the bowler. Roman has been impressive. Conceded a boundary from his first, then made a grand comeback. Short, pulled away. Straight to the fielder though. Sounded good off the bat. Probably would have got a boundary had he found that gap. There is a big gap between deep fine leg and deep square. End of the over, 6 runs and a wicket for Roman. A successful one for him and the Phantoms. Bando Design 34 for 1 after 4. Over number 5. And spin one more time. Rimon for the first time. Another left arm orthodox spinner. It's got a decent action. It's got some turn from his first delivery as well. Teased the batter, teased the keeper as well. Rana is just the new man in. Picked up a single, played 4 deliveries already. But the damage had been done. Johnny, probably a prime contender for the player of the match in this one, especially if Bando Design managed the win. Nicely flicked away, back leg lifted, fielders chasing, and they cut it down to a couple of runs. 36 for 1. It's been a good going for Bando Design. And all the while, Johnny was out there entertaining all of us. He got out. The 2 batters in right now, Rana and Shagor. They look to have sensible heads on their shoulders, not taking any sort of risk at the moment. They know they're way ahead in terms of the requirement. This partnership has to flow. And as for the Phantoms, they need to pick up as many wickets as early as possible. Very well bowled. Unplayable from Rimon. His shades on. Casual run up towards his bowling mark. Makes it look very simple. It's got a very rhythmic action. And looks like he could probably be someone who could create those dot ball pressure onto the batters. 3 runs from this over. Oh, strikes it! That is a strike and a half. Finds its place on the other ground, the ball. And while someone searches for the ball, we saw the umpire put his hands up to signal a 6 to end the over. 9 from it. What a strike from Shagor. After 5, it's 43 for 1, Bando Design. And beside me, I have Alif Tasnim, who's been all smiles, being entertained by the power-packed performance from the Bando Design batters, as we have a second look at that brilliant shot. Oh, that went all the way, went the distance. Welcome back, Alif Tasnim.
Thank you so much, Ahmed bin Parvez. After 5, it's 43 for 1. Certainly, Bando Designs are on the ascendancy. Of course, not in a pursuit of a mammoth total. Then again, they have started so well. Bit of yes and no in the middle. Finally, no damage done. Huge miscommunication. Huge miscommunication between the batters. Very, very fortunate they were that Shagur at the non-striking end could go back to the crease. Well bowled from Roman. It's Roman, in fact. His bowling action resembles with Ali Islam from Bangladesh, and of course we can talk about Sunil Narayan from West Indies. Mystery spin, that's what we call this sort of bowling, and Roman is exactly doing that. Short delivery, pulled and pulled firmly for a six. A powerful stroke from Rana. As soon as he saw the ball pitching short, his eyes lit up for playing that pull shot, and the execution was so good. It was a long hop, that must be said, yes, quicker, but the length was too short, and Rana took the full toll of it. His first six of this innings, and certainly it will boost a lot of his confidence on the verge of the Team 50 Bando design. One shy on the sixth over, and that must be said that they have extracted advantage of the field restrictions too. The batters have played a lot of aerial balls. Well bowled. Yorkingham, Fuller. Apart from that six, Roman hasn't had a very bad over, that must be said, because four deliveries this far, only a six. Once again, well bowled, pitched up on the channel. The batter just works it and gets a single. So it's 50 on the board for Bando design. Certainly a very good start, especially when they're chasing 109. They will be eyeing for that bonus point. In fact, not the bonus point. The run rate will be a factor because they've lost the first game. So if Lilac Cricket Club, they lose their one of the games, then of course run rate will be in play. End of the power play. After six, it's 50 for one. Ramon comes back and bowls a Jaffa of a delivery. Absolutely a dream ball for any left-arm orthodox bowler. There was flight, there was loop, turn, and that extra bit of bounce. The keeper had to carry the ball from his above his waist height. Wow, yet again, a very good delivery. Turning the ball away, just what Apurva did in the first innings. He demonstrated a stellar for show with left arm orthodox spin. Now Rimon in play. Wow, it's a strike and a half. Just timing. Just timing behind that. Hasn't really tried to hit the ball so hard. Timed the ball with the perfection. And it had enough wings to fly all the way. Straight down the ground for a six. Rana gets his second six. The first one was over mid-wicket. Now it's straight down the ground. Look how elegantly he played that. Effortless. Absolutely effortless. And held his position as well for the photographers. I hope a photo will be taken. 56 for 1. Bando design. They have that luxury of playing freely, but the batters, they're not missing out any opportunity. Anything short, anything loose, any half volley deliveries, and they're seizing the whole advantage. 7 from this over thus far. Still a couple of deliveries to go. Well bowled. Good comeback. Shagur is also being a little circumspect as he knows they've got enough runs from this over. It doesn't make sense to take any extra risk against Rimon. Oops, aerial, but fortunately no fielder inside the 30th ring. A single to finish the 7th. 58 for 1. Sabir is back for his second spell. Yet again, driven. Will just be a single from Shagur's pillow. If bowling is considered this far in this game, it has been dominated by the left-arm orthodox bowler. Yes, the turn has assisted them, but except that turn, the bowlers have also shown a lot of characters. For example, Sabir has bowled in the optimal areas. Apurba was someone who bowled superbly in the first innings. Johnny was there who picked up 4 wickets. And now Sabir is very much frugal and parsimonious in terms of giving runs. The current rate is above 8.18. Then again, Sabir has been very much frugal. A deft touch. Couple of runs should be picked up easily, and the batters come back safely. It's the 5th edition of Bimatek Royal Champions Trophy. All these live actions are coming to you from Cricketers Academy Ground 2. And this is the fifth game of this edition of the tournament as well. The birds are flying high. Of course, no signs of traffic jam in the air. And just like the birds, the batters would love to fly high as well because they have collected most of the runs that they're hunting in this innings. Worked into the onside. Another single will be added to the cards. An armor to complete the eighth over. After eight, it's 63 for 1. So Monowar will be in operation for the next over. Shagor and Rana, they have formed a solid partnership after the fall of the first wicket. So they would love to carry this innings through till the very end and finish things off. Slower, straight to point, will just be a single. So back-to-back singles in the first couple of deliveries from this Monowar over. beats the outside edge. Does Monor. Shagor was looking to throw his bat at it as it was a wide delivery. So, but there was a bit of seam movement as well. The ball was shaping away from the right-hander, and Shagor was beaten by that shape. A wily old customer is Monowar, has been playing amateur cricket in Bangladesh for a long time. So he has to use all his experience when his team is not defending a mammoth total. Has done decent, of course. 3 runs from the first 4 balls of this over. It's a very difficult task for any fast bowler to deliver his best performance under this hot and humid condition. It's blazing hot, the sun is beating down, and it takes a lot of toil from a fast bowler to bowl his heart out. We were very much vocal about the discipline of the Bando design bowlers. They have just given 2 extras in the first innings, but thus far, Phantom Bowlers hasn't considered any extra. So it's a very neck-to-neck fight between the bowlers. Among the bowlers, in fact, slower ball worked away, a single to complete the 9th. 5 runs from it, 68 for 1. Sabir continues his 4th and the final over of the quota and starts off well with a dot. 16 runs only this far has been considered by Sabir. No wickets, but he's kept a very tight line. The batters are also cautious. Use of the feet came down the pitch, but not much of an aggression from Shagor. Somehow pushed it and ran for the single. The first game of the day is starting out to be a low-scoring encounter. 108 has been the collection for Phantom cricketers, and reply Bando designs. They're, of course, batting quite comfortably. They don't need much run to overhaul the total that they're chasing. Yet again flighted. Not much of a turn. The scoring rate has dropped a little. That's what the instructions are from the dugout. It was above 8 even after the power play, but now it has dropped down to 7.18 or something around that. Again, an armor from Sabir. He has been very much efficient in bowling those deliveries which come back with the arm. 7.14 is the scoring rate now for Bando Design. They have to look for boundaries if they want to enhance the rate of scoring. Singles like these won't really do the job, and the run rate will be in consideration. That's what we discussed in the earlier phase of this innings as well. Because if Bando can finish it off before 20 overs, of course, it will help them in the net run rate. Well bowled. A very good over, a tidy over comes to a close from Sabir. Only a couple of runs. After 10, it's 70 for one Bando. And for the next 5 overs, you will have Ahmed bin Parvez with you.
Over number 11. Rana shuffles across, gets his straight drive on point, but it hits it straight to the mid-off fielder. So the runs are not coming at a free-flowing rate for Bando Design. They've been struggling to score regular runs. We've seen that in the last few overs. Monowar doesn't want to bowl too quick. He's trying to slow things up. Wasn't the best of timing from the batter. Just picks up a single. Bando Design are way ahead in the game. They don't need a lot of runs to win this game. The current run rate is still way ahead of what the requirement is, but there still is this urge to finish the game quickly, to get their net run rate up. This will be a very tricky group. We'll have 3 different winners from the group if Bando Design manage to chase down the 108 that was posted by Phantom cricketers. Oh, well bowled, extra bounce. That was nippy from Monowar. Surprised the batter with the extra bit of pace. Bimatech Royal Champions Trophy Season 5, powered by Jersey Smith. This is match number 5, being held at the Cricketers Academy ground number 2. Co-sponsors of the tournament, Euro Bangla Foundation. We're watching live and exclusive footage through Cloud Live BD. Top edge, and that will help him. Ball goes towards the boundary ropes, and he gets a boundary. Again, tied down within the crease, did not have a lot of time to swivel around and get that pull shot properly. But the top edge helped him. The extra pace that Monowar has generated has cost him those 4 runs. Shagor moves on to 25. This has been a very good partnership between the two. 42-run partnership. Again, a pull shot. The timing is much better on this occasion. Finds the boundary one more time. Consecutive fours for Shagor. As Bando Design Limited motor on towards that target of 109. You can't set a field for that. Monowar. There was a delivery in this over where he beat the bat with that extra bounce, but after that, looks like he's got carried away. He's kept on bowling short, and the batter has taken advantage of that extra pace. This is much better. This is where you have to be in this sort of a wicket. A single and Shagor retains strike. After 11, it's 80 for 1. "47-run partnership between the two. 47 of 45. Still no extras conceded by the bowling side. Phantom cricketers. Probably the only area where they'd feel they've done well. Except for that, the bowling looked a bit flat. And Bando Design had no problems racing to 80 with 9 overs left. They just need 29 more runs to win this game. Picks up a single. Shagor had the appetite to go for the second, but Rana was ball watching. Keeps the strike to himself. On to the 12th over. The target is 109. It's 28 runs needed to win this game. That's nicely struck, but straight to the fielder at long on. Straightish pull from Rana. It's looked good. He's been timing the balls pretty well. There was a brief period of struggle where both the batters were not finding the middle of the bat. But time on the crease helps. And that's been reflected in this partnership between Shagor and Rana. The more you stay in, the more confident you become. Steps out. Misses it completely. Thuds off the pad. Another run taken. Went for the pull once again, Rana. Fumble from the keeper allows the batters to go for another single. Bye is called by the umpire. short. One more time. Inside edge. Could have dragged it on to the stumps. Slower delivery, inside edge, and end of the over. Just 3 runs coming from it. After 12, it's 83 for 1. Current run rate just touching 7, 6.92. The last over was much better from Alamin. Did not concede a lot. And it's Rumman who's back, the mystery spinner. 2 overs, 1 for 13. Keeps it tight within the stumps, but there are gaps to be found. A single from Rana. Goes for the leg spinning variation. It was struck well. A good stop. But they just go for another single. Much to the dismay of their teammates at the dugout, who were pretty close to us. You can hear the sound, the grimace. They all want this game to end quickly. And there was an opportunity to get a quick second. Again, another inside edge that was quite full from Roman. Late cut. The timing was right. Oh, could he be gone? The square leg umpire. All eyes on him. And probably has adjudged the batter not out. As another over ends. It was touch and go. Very close. We won't be able to see if he was run out from this angle. It was a good throw from Monowar. Yes, we can see it. Oh, good judgment from the umpire. Hawk's eye, very good call. The batter was safely in. The batter was safely in. And the not out signal from the umpire was an excellent decision. Split second decision nonetheless. $86 for 1. The partnership now 54. They've lost just a single wicket. This partnership has carried them throughout the run chase. Full, kind of a helicopter kind of a shot from the batter. Will give himself a single. So 4 runs from this over. Still no boundaries. Oh, well bowled. Nicely played as well. No runs on offer. Just 4 from this. Roman finishes his third. 88 for one Bando design after 13. Steps out. Has he timed it well enough? He has. And it goes all the way. Yes. Confirmation from the umpire. It went flat. Looked like a half-hearted shot from the batter, but such is the power of Shagor. Cleared the boundary with ease. Alamin in his comeback spell, his third over. Straight away under pressure. Some changes in the field. I'm not sure anything that Phantom cricketers would do at the moment can help them regain control of this game. They're hoping against hope that something incredible would happen. Nicely played, deft touch, and the deep third fielder has the appetite to stop that. Brilliant effort from the fielder as well. A couple of runs taken. Shagor is feeling his hamstring. He's not feeling well. He's on flat on the ground. Could be cramps. One of the big reasons they weren't going for those quick runs. Is really struggling. Taking off the pads. A grimace from the batter. These are not good scenes. Oh, this is tough. This is hard. Not sure, he must have pulled a muscle, twisted something. Some expert assistance probably is needed. He is struggling a lot here. Shagor, just after he completed the second run, almost immediately collapsed. Oh, it's not getting better. Concerns on the faces of his teammates, also on the faces of the opponents. The match was almost done and dusted. 96 for 1. All they need are 13 more runs to win this game with so many overs in hand. And Shagor still struggling at the moment. Putting his pads on. So is he willing to fight the pain? He's planning to stand. Probably for his safety, should be trying to go out. Stood up, both gloves in his hand. He's a brave man here. Some hydration. It looked like it was a bad situation for Shagor, but seems to be back up and ready to bat on. He's putting his helmet on. This is amazing. Short and wide. The umpire has been merciful towards the bowler. Two umpires in discussion. Probably there has been some change in the shape of the ball, cutting out the destroyed portions of the seam. It's been a very, very good partnership here. 63 of 60. Match-winning partnership from Shagor and Rana. And Shagor is fighting the pain, showing his resilience, and has got the willpower to get his team through the line. Doesn't seem to move very comfortably at the moment, but he's still hanging in. He steps out, heaves it over, and out of reach of the fielder for a boundary. 4 more runs, and the team 100 comes up as well. Just 9 runs needed to win the game, and 6 needed, in fact 4 runs needed for Shagor to pick up his 50. He's also firmly put himself into the driver's seat to probably bag a player of the match award. 2 players in contention at the moment. Shagor is one of them and Johnny is the other. It's a slower delivery. Clears his front leg. Will pick up a single. Moves on to 47. 8 runs needed to win the game. Bando design. They have designed an excellent run chase. That's cut away nicely. The timing is right and the placement as well. 4 more. End of the over, an expensive one from the Phantom cricketers. They just need a few more runs to win this game. Bando Design Limited.
Shagor moves closer to his 50. 47 from 37. And exactly $109 is the target for Bando Design. the dugout of Bando Design. They're just 4 runs shy of the victory mark. So now two slips in position. Rana drags it into the onside. A single gets picked up. Comes down the pitch, hits it high, hits it long, and that's out of here. A great way to bring up the victory for the team. Shagor is limping, but he's carried this innings through and has taken his team on the victory mark. It's Bando Design who win this game by 9 wickets. This has been a splendid performance in all the department. The bowlers were superb, disciplined, aggressive. The batters followed the same path. And the first contest of the day has been won by Bando Designs comprehensively by 9 wickets. It's a bright and sunny day here at Cricketers Academy, Ground 2, and a great game of cricket we have witnessed between Phantom Cricketers and Bando Design. It's a 9 wicket victory for the Bando. Commiserations to Phantom Cricketers as well. They have tried their level best to compete, but it wasn't just their day.
This is the post-match presentation of match number 5 of Bima Tech Royal Champions Trophy, Season 5, powered by Jersey Smith. And at the presentation, we have Nishu Ahmed Chaudhuri to hand over the Player of the Match award. And for his fantastic all-round performance for Bando Design, it's Johnny who picks up the Player of the Match. 4 wickets and 27 runs of 16 deliveries as well. He's enjoyed his game today. And of course, the match award for Johnny. Congratulations. An important victory for the Bando Design team. Their first win in this tournament. জনি এক লাইনে আপনার অনুভূতিটা শুধু জানাবেন আর কি, যে আজকে এই গরমের মধ্যে এই ম্যাচটা আপনি দুর্দান্তভাবে খেললেন, বোলিং ব্যাটিং দুই দিকেই কন্ট্রিবিউট করেছেন, কেমন লাগছে?
আমার তো খুব ভালো লাগছে, কেন আমাদের টিমের আজকে ডু অর ডাই ম্যাচ ছিল। যেহেতু প্রথম ম্যাচটা আমরা অনেক বাজেভাবে হারছি, আর এই ম্যাচটা সব প্লেয়ারদেরই একটাই টার্গেট ছিল যে রান রেটটা আমাদের আগাইতে হবে আর এনিহাও জিততে হবে। সেই প্রচেষ্টাই আর কি করছি, বাকিটা আল্লাহর ইচ্ছা।
প্রচেষ্টা সফল হয়েছে, আপনিও সফল হয়েছেন, আপনার দল সফল হয়েছে। অল দ্য বেস্ট ফর দ্য রিমাইন্ডার অফ দ্য টুর্নামেন্ট। And that's it from the post-match presentation. We'll be back for the next game. Thank you.